This game was really physical. How did you feel your team handled the physicality but also dealt it back?
I mean, it's always a physical game, and I always tell them, like, let me be the bad guy with the refs. Like, you guys play through it. You guys be physical. Be aggressive at the rim. And if we do that, typically good things happen for us. When we don't play with force, typically that's when things start to falter a little bit.
Everyone seemed to contribute tonight, but can we talk about the bench and the energy they brought, but also how they contribute to the win?
Well, we had a lineup change. We put Evan in the starting lineup. He gave us great energy defensively, really shared the ball. And that allows a guy like Kennedy, who's one of our best scorers, to really kind of own that second unit, not only as a scorer but as a leader. And so I challenged him, like, hey, this isn't the motion, all right? This is an opportunity for you to continue to lead. And he did that. He came out, hit some big shots. He moved the ball well. And as a team, we had 35 assists, and that's got to be who we are moving forward.
Y'all got 11 assists from Kaminsky tonight. How much does it change things offensively when you have a big open pass like that?
Changes everything, because we can play through them. You know, we don't have to be as guard and pick and roll dominant. We can throw him at the top of the key, and you know, he's a guy that's been to the NBA Finals. He's seen everything. You know, so we trust him, and our guards do too.
You mentioned the lineup. Do you think we'll start to see some stability in the lineup going into the regular season?
Well, I think health has a big part to do with that. When we have a healthy team, that's where, you know, it starts. Our athletic training team does a great job of keeping our guys ready. So hopefully we have some continuity moving forward. Because when we do, it obviously helps us in the court.
It was a high-tempo game. I never felt like the Magic really got settled in their half-court defense. Y'all pushed a lot after misses and makes. How were y'all able to keep the tempo so high throughout the game?
I think it starts with our defense. Like, if we can get stops, obviously it looks a lot better. But even on makes, let's get it out quick. You know, even us at times, we have a tendency to, after makes, to relax. And you guys see me going crazy on the sidelines. I'm always preaching urgency, and that's on both ends. So, you know, our pace is obviously one of our strengths, and you know, we did a good job of it tonight.
So how did you feel about your team's effort and response today, given the loss on Friday?
It was really good. We talked about, you know, playing for each other, playing more together. I think in the second half of the last game we played better, but in the first half we were kind of the first game, we were kind of just all over the place. So it's all just about execution and getting stops and playing for each other.
What has the last couple of weeks been like for you?
It's been fun. You know, it's always hard when you're just kind of at home by yourself. You know, I hadn't played too much before the showcase, so it's been about getting back into game shape. You know, you can do all the working out you want on your own, but nothing compares to actually playing in games. So just getting accustomed to the system, you know, the things we're doing, and then earning the trust of all the guys and showing them, you know, kind of how I play, where I'm somebody I kind of want the ball to play through me and find, you know, my teammates and play for others.
Obviously, you bring a great sense of leadership, but have the 905 specifically said what they'd like to see from you?
Yeah, definitely. You know, leadership is just something that, you know, comes along with me. You know, I had great vets when I was early on in my career that kind of showed me the way. And now thinking this is my 10th year playing professionally, it happened pretty quick. But just trying to impart my knowledge and, you know, kind of be a calming presence out there on the floor is what I try to do. You know, I've seen so many different situations. I've been on a lot of different teams. I've played in an NBA Finals, so I've kind of seen every level of basketball there is to see. So, you know, all of us here have a goal. We all have a mission. You know, you're trying to further your career along. You know, so am I. But I'm going to do whatever I can to help while I'm here.
So yeah, speaking of that, you're buddies with Rashawn Shea, 18-year-old playing alongside you. What's it like working with him so far?
You know, it's crazy to think that I'm playing with 18-year-olds. You know, I was.
He turns 19 tomorrow.
Okay, well, he's still 18 for the matter of this. You know, it was funny. Actually, in practice yesterday, I was trying to think back to what it was like when I was 18 years old playing basketball. You know, being fresh out of high school, going to college, not knowing anything. So it's going to be tough for him. You know, going from playing, you know, non-professional basketball to being around, you know, 31-year-olds who've been playing for a long time. It's a big transition, but you know, he's got a lot to learn. You know, he's got a skill set. He's very athletic. You know, you can tell he wants to learn. So it's just going to be about him, you know, figuring his body out and figuring it out. And I feel like in today's basketball, you want instant rewards and, you know, somebody to come in at 18, 19 years old and already be like a finished product. And that's just not the reality of the situation. It's going to take time for him to learn. And, you know, I'm going to be here to help him while I can, help him see things, you know, learn how to play. Because, you know, the way the NBA is played, you have to be a versatile five. you have to be able to do a lot of different things out there. So I'm going to try to help them with that.
Go ahead.
The Magic went with a couple of different looks offensively. You still managed 11 assists and just 1 turnover. How do you feel the process has been and gaining chemistry within that offense and with your new teammates so far?
It's been good. I think everyone's starting to trust me a little bit more. I think today was the first day where, I think we understood, how, we want to play together. I also have to understand how guys on my team want to play too. Especially as a 5 who's in a lot of the actions, screening, playing flash game, doing all that different stuff. I got to learn what people like too. And then it just comes with reading and reacting to the game. They mixed up their defenses a lot, so you just got to see things and move on the fly. And I think, once we all get more comfortable, I can't remember who, but somebody made a comment last game, on the bench. It was really the first time we'd all played together. So you're still learning things on the fly, and that comes with practice and game reps, and we'll get better and better as we go.
So Frank, you mentioned the 10 years as a pro and played in NBA Finals. I mean, what motivates you to get out of bed? Playing in the G League still at 31.
I just love basketball. That's really what it comes down to. I don't know what my life is like not playing basketball. So I feel like I got a little bit of a glimpse of it, these last couple months, what it might be like if I were to be done. But, injuries kind of took a little bit away from me, in the middle of my career when, we were in the finals. We go to the finals, we come back the next year, I got like 6 or 7 games before I got injured and missed the rest of that season. So I just love playing. I feel like I have a lot left in the tank, a lot left to give the game of basketball, and I'm going to keep making a run for it until I can't anymore.
Was this the response that you're hoping to see from your guys after Friday's game?
Oh, yeah, definitely, 100%. We always want to start the season off on the right track, but fortunately we couldn't get it done. So, we always got a next game, as Coach says, and we bounced back and got the win.
You guys are moving the ball around well. What did you like from your team today?
How our pace. We play with a .5 mentality. Everybody shared, everybody got off the ball, and the result of that is a win.
We were just talking to Frank about being, a bit of an older vet in the G League and going through that churn. What's it like, playing with all these kids around in G?
At the end of the day, it's a blessing. I love to do it. I'm glad I got Frank as another vet on this team. We got a young squad, and we try to mold these guys into being who they truly are. So.
How do you find the balance of, trying to be like a leader and a mentor, but also, you're trying to move up as well. So how do you find that balance?
I think being a leader motivates me. It motivates me to be the best player, teammate, individual I can be. So it's easy for me. I find I love when people succeed, and I love when people play the game to their happiness. So, yeah.
So Charlie, leading the G League in steals, part of that's got to be maybe frustrating in a way to say, what more do I have to do to kind of get that call up? Does any part of that creep into your mindset?
Nah, man. I take every day with a clear head, clear mindset. But, it's my job, so I'm going to do it regardless whether I get a call up or not. So, yeah.
You said how you like to see, your teammates succeed. Could you hear them when you were having some of those clutch moments during the game? They were all up off the bench, especially when he had a 3.
Yeah, that's what this team about, and togetherness and responding in the right way. So, I'm happy for them. I know they're happy for me, and love to see it.
There's a couple times in the game where a double-digit lead got whittled down to like 3-4, and both times y'all responded and brought it back up. How do you keep that positive mindset to build that lead back up in those kind of situations?
We slow down. We lean on each other. We come. It happens naturally. We recognize what they're going to run, and we just settle down and remind each other of what it takes to win.
You seem like a natural fixing that cord that fell. Have you done that in a game before?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But they needed to be done, so I wanted the game to keep going on. So I had to do it.
We appreciate it.